is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
About cigars, beers.
I know, just relaxing.
Eating deer meat that was killed in the woods up in Indiana.
Outstanding, Mark.
Which is it's just real man time, Robin.
I know.
And you're invited to the party.
Okay, I'm just listening.
Hey, Martin. Martin Suter is in the studio. He's with Homeland Optical Technology, and good luck getting us to talk about that, though. So, how you doing, Martin? How you doing?
Good. Real good. How about you guys?
And it sounds like your wife is doing better.
Much better, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Working, looking good.
You had your share of things to deal with this past year, so So I'm glad everything's better.
Me too.
Oh my gosh! So
seems to be albuterol was bad for her. So
what is?
Albuterol, which is in all of the rescue inhalers and the nebulizers and everything she was doing for years.
Oh,
and turns out that is actually doing the opposite.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
So that's one of the things, and just using oxygen at night. She's her color's better. She's not coughing and hacking, and
Thank God.
Yeah. So.
That
anyway.
albuterol is powerful stuff.
Yeah.
It's a prescription.
Yeah.
Do you ever go, like Jim used to go to these events, like the Consumer Electronics Show that was in the news this past week?
Right.
In fact, I think it's still going on, right?
Yeah, it is.
I think so.
Do you ever go to those things?
Haven't been to that one.
That's an expensive one.
Yeah, and it's huge. I think it's always out in California, I think.
This one's in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done that too with the kid. Now the cable shows, the SCTE that Jim talked about a lot. Again, for 22 years I was in sales, so I was one of the guys behind the tables at those shows.
So you did it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
A whole lot.
But the problem with being behind the table is you don't get to see the rest of the show.
You do.
Oh, you do?
Just take the time and do it. So.
Well, you need a bathroom break sometimes, so you might as well.
Yeah, most of the time. Now, the last job I had, it was a much smaller company. I worked for a pretty big distributor, so at that point we would have been one of those guys that you got your tables and your kind of booze, and then you got the ones that look like they were built just for them, and that's the kind of company I worked for years. So we'd have shifts and 8 or 10 guys and that kind of thing. But the last one, it was really just me down here in Florida. And they had a guy out in California. We covered a few places, but I did like Florida and Georgia and hitting the big guys, the Comcast and stuff. So I'd be the only one at the table, but you just disappear for a half hour.
Is there a way to measure whether it's successful or not? Like when you're the salesperson?
That for what I did, which was distribution, once in a while maybe I'd meet a new person once in a while. Most of the time they already knew all about us, and hopefully we'd have a new product. Now that the people that actually make the products, that we were selling, they could tell because they'd come out with new stuff and see how many people were standing there wanting to see it, because again, I started in cable in 1978, so the picture quality, from then till now is
And we thought it was good back then. We thought
we thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
And they'd put up their big TVs, which were maybe 32 inches back then.
Oh my.
And
right.
and show their pictures and say, well, that's a pretty good picture. I don't think we can get much better than that.
And the TV itself was like 2 feet thick.
Yeah, at least, and probably $4,000, for that one.
Right.
So it's come a long way, and the shows back in the day. I mean, I got photographs and autographs of Leonard Nimoy.
Oh my.
Shatner, They would have it when it was in Atlanta. They'd have the NASCAR guys come over.
yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So you'd look through the thing and see who had who win, and I want my break.
Oh, so celebrities seem to be attracted to those things.
Yeah, and I got hand drawn. The Disney people used to be there and actually do like a Donald Duck or.
Oh.
And say to Tony or
Oh, nice.
They got your name wrong.
Yeah, that was my son. But
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but yeah, it was. They used to be a lot of fun. Everything changed. Everything changed.
What kind of goodies did your companies give away? Because Jim always brought us like a bag full of stuff that was so versatile.
Well, going back we had coffee cups that. This was a company called Midwest CATV, and they would have maybe a guy sitting there or
Oh,
at a desk or something, but when you put the hot stuff in, it would show products or show.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay, okay.
Of
Not
course, the
sexy
flashlights and the pocket knives, and
Yeah, I had one of them that
Oh,
Robert
my.
just referred to.
Yeah.
The one, the lady,
flashing-
the lady in the bath in a bathing suit.
Right.
And then put the hot liquid in there, and the bathing suit
would
disappears.
disappear. Yeah. Well, we didn't go that far, but they were pretty neat. I thought. Golf balls, umbrellas.
Oh, umbrellas.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Depending depending on who it
So
was.
today in Kissimmee, at the Mecum Auto Auction,
Yep.
they are auctioning off. Oh gosh, what's his name?
The
Steve
Bullet.
McQueen. Yeah, the Bullet.
Yeah.
The bullet car.
And let's see. Last week when Galen was there, he said they're expecting $1 million. This morning it says $3.5 million.
Really?
$3.5 million for that car.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Galen said he looked at it. It looks like a rusty old
I saw
Mustang.
it on TV. It is a rusty Mustang. but-
Really? It's not fixed up? or
No,
anything?
I understand that that was kind of the show car, right? And then they had the stunt car, but apparently they messed the stunt car up so bad that they had to use that car in many scenes.
And was that his car, his personal car?
No,
Steve
not
McQueen?
personal, but the movie,
Oh, the movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
and so again, they had two bullets. They basically had one, with the steel plate underneath, all the stunt, but again, apparently they messed it up bad enough that they had to use the other one for some of the stunts and scenes, and
Oh, my gosh.
so it's not in great shape.
And what would a collector do with that vehicle once he buys it?
It's just one of the, or is the most well-known car scene, ever in a movie. So it'll just probably sit in that glass case if they give it to him. I don't know.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Would be my guess. It's going to be one of those type people, a true collector,
Do you have a favorite car?
The one you had when you were a teen, right?
Well, I had one for about 20 years, which was the 79 Camaro Z28.
Oh, wonderful.
Love that one. And of course, I got an 82 Corvette sitting in my garage, been there about 22 years. So
Oh, my. Did you ever take it out?
not in the last few years, but I used to drive it a whole lot. Around. It's only got about 45,000 miles on it, but
Did you take it to those car shows?
I never took it to a show. I did drive it up to Indiana one year.
Oh, yeah. I bet you had fun with that.
Yeah. I had my wife follow me,
Uh-huh.
and it takes about 16 and a half, with the family.
Uh-huh.
But she was driving the Tahoe, and I had the vet, and we had them little walkie-talkie radios.
Oh, okay.
She'd call me up and say, I got to get gas. And I'd say, what? She said, I got to get gas. And my Corvette would still have almost a half a tank.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't
that something?
It's just how they're geared and,
Uh-huh.
that kind of thing. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? No, I need gas. So that thing probably got 15 miles to the gallon, and I was probably pushing them closer to 25,
Oh, wow. Isn't that something?
Because it is fuel injected. It's an 82, but it's fuel injected.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a decent car. It doesn't ride good, and it surely doesn't look like these new ones,
What color is it?
It's silver with bronze stripes. It's the 1982 collector edition, it's called.
Oh, okay. That's fabulous. You're an exciting guy. You do all this hunting and all the shows, and you got cars and a beautiful wife.
Yeah, well,
Nice family.
I'm so glad she's doing well. Sorry,
Me too.
I was distracted because I
That's
had
all
a
right.
text saying the phone isn't working, and I tried it and it's not working, so I'm rebooting the computer. It's a technology thing.
it's a
Because-
I've heard your phone. You talking about the call-in thing?
Yeah.
Not been working
Yeah.
now?
Because it came up on that screen.
I know. know.
To your left
I know.
Instead of this one.
I know.
Yeah, we were here till 6 o'clock one night, the first Monday or Tuesday night, trying to figure it out.
Right.
Then we
Still,
finally got it. and
Well,
now
I don't know. I'm just
Thanks
rebooting.
again,
I'm just
yeah.
rebooting it. So
when in doubt, reboot.
we're in that reboot. Yes.
When I go to the customer's houses, the strange problems, Samsung TV, it won't turn on. It won't do nothing. It won't. I go back behind the TV and unplug the power cord and wait a few seconds and plug it back in, and bam, and what'd you do? I said, when
Well, that
in
is. Isn't that weird? That's the way it is. You know?
doubt. Yeah.
So how do you know if a Blu-ray DVD player is compatible with your electronic, with your new
TV?
TV? I mean, aren't they all supposed to be universal, or do you need to get one for
Yeah,
a
I mean,
particular TV?
you can have one of the older DVD players. It's just not Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. It should still work though with the HDMI cord plugged in to the television.
Okay.
It's all about that HDMI cord.
Oh.
But Blu-ray, of course, is a much better picture. If you have a newer 1080 or better 4K, type TV, then the Blu-ray is definitely a better picture. And I have a Blu-ray, and that's what I rent if I go to Redbox or something.
But then how do you get it if you've got cable too? Do you have to go through that DVD player, or can you have it like stand alone and not have and have the cable come directly?
It should
to
stand alone. There, depending on the television, I have like 4 HDMI inputs on the back of my TV. So it should be compatible. In my case, I have it's a 60-inch Samsung on the wall, but I'm like, why would you have all of your stuff?
Yeah, the cables hanging and things like that.
When I took the time to put an outlet behind the TV and before I hung it and that kind of stuff. So I have all of my stuff is it's a closet. I call it my head end. I have all my audio, all my players, everything's back there. But I ran a 50-foot HDMI cord, and ran it.
Gosh.
So what I have to do is unplug them in the head end.
Right.
I have to unplug it and plug the other one in.
Oh, what a
But that's
clever
all right.
idea.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, for those of you trying to call Martin, first of all, whoever texted me to tell me the calls weren't working, thank you. I think I fixed it just by rebooting the computer. So if you want to call now, I hope it works. The number is 622-9622. I just called it myself. It looked like it went through. So, I didn't answer it, obviously. But
All right.
okay, Martin is here for you. If you have a question, 622-9622. I kind of wonder why it was so quiet this morning.
Yeah, I know.
I had a couple of calls. But
And we
isn't it
would
weird
have
that you
calls,
get some, but not others, right?
Right.
All right. All right, now.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I did have something I was going to ask you about. Oh, so some of the products that were being showcased at the Consumer Electronics Show
Right.
were kind of,
Out there.
yeah,
The flying
taxi.
Uber.
The flying taxi.
Yeah.
However, it actually did work.
Oh, it did work.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that?
What is that? Like a
It's like a big
like a drone?
Yeah, like a big
that
drone
holds
with
a person. Yeah.
apparently either 4 seats or 5 seats. It said it has 4 passengers. I don't know if
Right.
that's 4 plus a driver or
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I have a drone, and they're pretty neat, but
But
I
you can't sit in it.
I sure would hope the person operating it, or however it operates properly, because when they go haywire, it's not a good thing. Again, I have one, and
Are you allowed to use the drone like in hunting? Like, can you fly the drone to see where the deer are?
here's the deal. Yes and no. You're not allowed to use it during hunting season.
Oh.
Because
I guess they feel it's an unfair advantage or something.
I see. Okay.
To see
But
where they're
I
at.
mean, you can surely use it, anytime before the season to prospect, to try to find new areas, whatever, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what I'd have and what you can do is use trail cams. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
What
Okay.
are
They
those?
tie to a tree, and
And what does it send
Anything.
a video to your phone?
well, if you have the money for that, it will. Yeah. I get the 3 for $99. Over at Rural King.
And then what? You just look at you have to go to the tree
Yeah,
itself.
they'll
and-
have a card in it.
Oh, okay.
Pull the card out, put it in your computer, and
Can we do that to our houses? Can we go there to Rural King and buy that 3
You
camera
can,
thing and
you
put it
can,
on
and
the outside of the house?
can. And quite frankly, when I'm expecting packages, I usually put a stealth cam out there.
And that's what they're called when we go to buy it, a stealth cam?
Stealth Cam's one of the brand. That's the ones I like, you know. But,
Oh, okay. Okay.
So wait a minute. You mean you're expecting a package from Amazon, let's say,
Right.
and you put a camera out there that doesn't stay there all the time,
Yeah, I just said it there.
and it will send you a picture so you know that it's there.
It doesn't send it. You know, it doesn't send it. So if
Oh,
if
so
I'm
when you
missing-
get home,
yeah, I'm
if
trying
it-
to find airplane mode. So
if it's missing, you'll know somebody took it.
So you'll
if it's
see the
missing,
person.
then I'll grab the camera and you know.
Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, good. Yeah, my place too. We're pretty
And I get a
lucky.
lot of packages, but you know, it could happen. You know.
Yeah, this video's on YouTube all the time of what
I
they call
know.
porch pirates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, if it's a box of cigars or something, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But if you know, it depends on what's coming. You know. But I have been known to set it out there in the bush and pointing at the door. You know.
Oh, that's
Did
a
I?
great
I don't know if I've
idea.
ever told you this story, but I have told it on the air, so maybe you heard me tell it on the air. My mom and dad lived next to a guy who was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in his younger days.
Right.
And he wanted to go hunting with a bow and arrow in the mountains outside of Albuquerque.
Gotcha.
So his wife said, "Look, once you get your first deer, could you please stop? I don't really like the idea of you killing deer." So he said, "Yeah, sure. As soon as I get my first deer, I'll quit." He went for 3 years before he got his first deer.
Right.
Well, in 3 years of doing that, guess what? He fell in love with doing that.
Sure.
Going out there with the bow and arrow. He said it was snowy, and he just loved it. So he got his first deer with the bow and arrow. Then he decided to stay true to his promise to his wife and trade in his bow and arrow for a camera.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for a gun.
No, that would have been a joke. But this was a true story. So he had this is back in the days of the remember the carousel slide projectors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
he had a room full of boxes full with carousels, and each carousel had however many pictures it held in it. And that was what his thing was. He'd go hunting with the camera.
And so there are pictures of.
I didn't see
animals.
I didn't see any of them.
Of
He
the
just
deers and that
he didn't
wildlife.
show me any of them. Thank God. Can you imagine how boring that would have been?
Yeah. Well, the stealth cam is, you know, it's kind of not. It, like I said, it's.
You
I
got a
like
picture of it?
you know.
Let me see.
Well, I don't have a picture of it, but I've got.
You know, one of the items, Martin.
This picture was taken with it.
Let me see.
Oh, look at that. At nighttime, too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
How clear is that? That's a beautiful shot.
It went away. It went away.
Double tap it.
Double tap it.
Yeah.
And you
There's-
can see the eyes of the
That is
deer.
amazing. So the camera has a flash on it.
That one does. Yeah. Some of them are infrared. That one has a flash. It doesn't seem to bother the deer.
They probably said, "What the heck was that?" They probably said,
It
"What
doesn't
the?"
really make noise or anything.
Look
you
at
know.
that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points.
Yeah,
So did
maybe
you?
yeah, it's
So what did
been
you?
after that guy for years.
Did you
Oh,
get him?
okay.
Have you finally
Don't
got
have
him? No? Well, he's waiting on you.
He said
he's
that-
after you, too.
He said somebody just took my picture.
I only see him at night on the camera. My brother lives there. He said he's never seen him.
Hey Rudolph, somebody's taking pictures over here.
Well, there is a picture of, I think, a 16-point buck on Facebook that's
Wow.
in the Ocala National Forest. It's
Really?
one of the bigger ones that they've seen, and they
That
said
would be.
it survived this hunting season, but I guess everybody's going to be on the lookout for it next year. I
That's
hope they
big.
don't kill it. I hope it's a good one.
That's like when we went fishing. My son, we went to when he was little. We went to Cherokee, North Carolina, I think is what it is, that area. And I went to the casino because I had never been to a casino. It was my first time
Oh, really?
ever. Yeah.
Right.
And I didn't know children weren't allowed. And we went in there, and he had to go to the game room. So I
Yeah.
thought, oh my gosh, okay. So then I didn't play very long, but Robin had given me 4 quarters to play for him.
Gotcha.
And she was still down here, and I was up there. And I remembered those 4 quarters. So I said, well, let me go play your 4 quarters. And so I did. Long story short, I think he won $70. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you
$70.
Right.
Yeah. So I said, well, I'm cashing out now. And so I went to him. I said, you just won $70. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Isn't that great?
So,
Alex was happy.
so we
Like
left
that.
the casino, and then we passed a place that said trout fishing. Turn right. So we
Yeah.
turned right, went up a hill, and there was a place where kids could go trout fishing. It was a big pond filled with trout.
Right.
And there was one really big one, and all the kids, you could see these. They're like stocked in there. So yeah, let's do this. So he gets a fishing pole, and sure enough, he gets that big one.
Oh, really?
Guess what the deal was? If you catch it, you can't put it back. You got to pay for it by the pound.
For it by the pound.
Guess how much it cost? $70.
$70.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
That's a big. What was it? Like $10 a pound, or
I don't. It was 5 pounds. So whatever that.
more than that? Then
$12
yeah,
a pound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I said, thank gosh we got $70 on us.
All right.
So then I had to pay him back. I had to go to the ATM and pay him back. We didn't even keep the fish.
I was going to say, did we eat the fish?
No, I said, you guys keep it. I'm never going to do anything with it.
Oh, so they ate it?
Well, they kept it. I don't
How
know.
come they couldn't do catch and release? I wonder.
Because that's how they make their money.
Money, right?
Oh.
Trout farm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was fun. It's a fun memory.
Yes.
Sure.
It's all about
You got a
memories
picture,
anyway.
Right? You got
All
a
right.
picture
Well,
of Alex with the fish?
I mean, if you got to
I
pay
think
for it, man.
All right. I think the phones are working. Thank goodness. All right. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry, you need to take your shoes off and count. 5 times 12 is 60.
Okay.
It would be $70. It would have been $14 a pound.
You got me. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't thinking, but yeah, you're probably right. Or maybe there was $10 for the rental of the pole or something. I don't know.
Well, probably that, yeah. Now, do you? I've been out of the area for a while. I'm back. Do you still do the trivia questions on here at all? The
We.
game?
Oh, you mean during Fun with Joe? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Well, where you and Robin are contestants, and somebody bets on one or the other.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was something we used to do with Joe. We haven't done that in a couple of years.
All right.
All right. Well, I've been out of the area for a while. I'm back in town now, so I'll be listening to you.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in
Excellent.
and correcting my math.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys didn't catch it. Robin probably did, just didn't say anything. But I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm halfway decent at math, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I said it definitely more than 10.
My brother has a catfish pond up in Lottie,
All right.
and we'll go up there every once in a while and catch them. But a couple times a year, something will come in, some kind of wind, and it'll come down, it'll flip all the water in the pond over, and then the fish don't have any oxygen, so they all die. So then the University of Florida comes out and does their, cleans it up because they're interested in that kind of phenomena.
Right.
And then they take some fish and take water samples to test it all to see, why does this happen?
Yeah.
It's really something.
Have they come up with any? That's weird. I haven't really heard of
they
it.
First time
haven't.
I ever heard of it, too.
They haven't, but it's pretty amazing, the research that's going into that now.
And so, is on a general basis, what is he selling that to?
No, he just he
just has it?
stocks it. He feeds them twice a day, every
Right.
day, and then, we'll come up there and fish. His friends will come over and fish, and then we'll have a big fish fry to cull them out, and it's a lot of fun because you get to meet other people.
Sure.
And so he doesn't ever sell them. He just has fun.
So one of the things at the Consumer Electronics Show was the smart jockstrap.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, that was funny. How we got a picture.
Robin, yes. See, sometimes I say things that people think I make them up.
Right.
The day we had that story, I actually had the photograph to show Robin and the article, right?
Right.
And what it does, it'll send your phone the temperature of the boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you need that, except maybe for...
If you're trying to make babies.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like the size of golf balls, okay? Those little cuppy things.
Right.
And I know, you guys are, you're not that size, okay? Unless you're 12. So, but they're selling them,
Oh, Martin, that face was great.
Yeah.
I'm glad the camera's on you.
I'm just trying not to, open mouth and insert foot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, I'm glad everything's getting better for you. We were worried
Yeah.
about you for a little
Oh,
while.
yeah, you and
It's
your
definitely getting better. And my wife said I can't get another chocolate lab, though. So
wife. Oh, no. Oh. Well, that's okay.
we'll see how that goes.
One might follow you home one day, You never know.
You never know.
You know the weak spot for women is babies.
Babies.
So all you gotta do is get a puppy. Because
Yeah.
a puppy does the same thing to a woman as a baby does.
does, and we do still have the Chihuahua, so it's,
Oh, yeah, that's a cutie.
she's kind of no more. I said, all right.
Yeah.
But seriously, if you just like you guys going to retire and want to travel, the pets aren't really.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's exactly
no, they're
right.
not
Yeah.
conducive
So
for that.
it's not really the having them. It's the.
So next week you'll be here for our grand finale, our swan song.
I will.
Yeah. Excellent. We'll miss you.
Yep. Same here.
A lot of fun.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. All right, let's see. We are at the break. Let's take that break. We'll be right back. Traders Paradise on the other side. The phone lines seem to be working. Thank you, sir, for calling in to correct my math because you confirmed that it's working. We'll be right back. If
Have
you
a
have
great weekend.
something for sale, 622-9622. If you have a smart jockstrap for sale, however,
I don't want it.
yeah, just keep it. Keep it.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. A proposed constitutional amendment that would have deregulated Florida's energy industry won't be on the November ballot after the state Supreme Court ruled yesterday that the ballot language is misleading. An economist for Florida's leading business advocacy group predicted yesterday that the state will continue to outpace the nation on key economic measures and add another 200,000 new jobs this year. A Palm Beach County deputy was struck and injured yesterday by a vehicle that had fled a traffic stop about an hour earlier. His injuries are not considered to be life-threatening. A 21-year-old Tampa man was convicted yesterday of beating his mother to death with a baseball bat in March of 2017. A Groveland business owner is facing charges for illegally dumping tires on private property in Lake County. State investigators started looking into this last month, and they say they found more than 10,000 tires. And the 27th Walt Disney World Marathon weekend kicked off yesterday morning at Epcot with about 13,500 runners. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Breezy early today, otherwise warm with clouds and sunshine. A shower in spots near the coast. High today 75 to 80. Tonight clear to partly cloudy and warm, low 70. Tomorrow breezy and very warm with clouds and sunshine. Occasional morning rain and drizzle near the coast. High 80 to 84. Sunday very warm with clouds and sunshine. A passing afternoon shower. High 81 to 85. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian May.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Don't miss an Afternoon with Mitch album. New York Times best-selling author. Join Mitch January 14th at 2 p.m. in the Klein Conference Center on the College of Central Florida campus. Hear him speak in person and receive his new book, Finding Chica, a story about a little girl, an earthquake, and the making of a family. Tickets are only $35 and include a copy of his book, along with the opportunity to have it signed by Mitch. All proceeds benefit Hospice of Marion County. Buy your tickets online at hospiceofmarioncounty.com. Call Cindy Moody, 352-291-5143 for more information.
Ah, the joys of flying from a major hub.
Come on, guys, we gotta go.
Wait, honey, but our flight doesn't leave for 5 hours.
I know, but traffic could be bad. Then there's trying to find a parking spot, then the mile walk to check in, and of course security could take a while.
Skip the circus and fly regional. From parking to boarding and everything in between, it's just better.
Gainesville Regional Airport, now